Okay, so nightmares, they're the absolute worst. And it turns out there's a reason behind why those nightmares are haunting your dreams.
But rest assured that you're not alone. You're not the only one experiencing them. Joining us this morning to decode some of the most common nightmares is professional dream analyst Lauri Loewenberg. Welcome back to the show, Lauri.
Good morning. Thank you for having me back.
Any nightmares last night? You're okay?
I dreamt I was a pirate.
All right.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
2 weeks ago I had a dream I was kidnapped by pirates.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
We must be communicating.
Somewhere.
We must be. Okay, so this is universal.
Yes.
Everyone has had a nightmare of sorts. What are the most common nightmares that people have?
Right. Okay, so first of all, the reason we get nightmares is because they're connected to our most difficult and upsetting issues, which is why nightmares are so difficult and upsetting to experience. So here are some of the most common ones and what they mean. Dreaming that you or someone you love is dying. Okay, now death in a dream is really about something ending or changing.
Yeah.
So ask yourself, is something within my life or within myself changing, or is something changing with that person? Is our relationship changing? And it's just the way your subconscious is letting you let go of that which is no longer necessary, so you can embrace that which is to come.
Yeah.
Another popular one, if you want to call it popular, is being chased and not even knowing what's chasing you.
I
What's
wake up
that all about?
exhausted. when I
Isn't
have
it?
those
It's draining.
dreams. Yeah.
It really is draining.
Okay, so the being chased dream is caused by avoidance in real life. There's some issue you don't want to face, some confrontation you don't want to have. It could even be connected to you trying to distance yourself from something negative from your past. So the way to make this nightmare stop is to face the issue, get rid of it, nip it in the bud, or start working on that issue from your past to process it and have a healthy relationship with what happened in your past.
That's a lot. Oof. What about?
Yeah.
I know, and we could do a whole half hour about this, and we're limited
one
with
of them.
time. I know. What about? I didn't realize that people dreamt of tornadoes.
I thought just because I'm a
Yes.
meteorologist that happens, but
Yeah.
apparently not.
Interesting.
So tornadoes are especially common for women, and weather in dreams will reflect your emotional state at the time, because our emotions are the weather of the mind. Now, tornadoes happen when we're very worried about something that's going on in real life. A lot of people are recurring tornado dreamers, and these are people that are also proud card-carrying members of the Worry Wart Club.
Yep.
So if you get this dream a lot, it's likely because you worry about everything, and it's usually worry over something you cannot control or something that may or may not even affect you.
Interesting.
No, I know it's not on the list real quick, though. I always had these visions of seeing a plane crash. I'm not in the plane, but I'm witnessing a plane falling out of the sky. What would
does
that
that mean?
possibly indicate?
Plane crash dreams are usually connected to huge letdowns in waking life. Something you had high hopes for, something you thought was going to take off, take you places, instead came crashing down around you.
See, I haven't had them since I've been sitting next to you.
I was just going to say you've
haven't
had them every
Isn't
night.
that
He's had them
nice?
every
last
night.
3 months
since-
that disappeared. It's amazing. It's like magic.
Every
Wow.
night. He's like, there goes that 747.
No,
Crash.
but seriously, I have not had it in a while. I have not.
A lot of people correlate nightmares with sleep paralysis. What is sleep paralysis, and is it a form of nightmare?
Okay, sleep paralysis is such an interesting phenomenon. It is a parasomnia, which means it is not a usual part of sleep. Let me know if you've had it. It's when you're lying in your bed and you're awake, but yet you kind of feel like you're asleep, and then usually there's some sort of negative, evil presence in the room. You can feel it sit on your bed, or it's in the corner. You'll feel pressure on your chest.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll hear it whisper. You try to scream, you cannot move. It's horrifying, but then boom, all of a sudden you wake up and you're fine.
Yeah.
So what that is you're stuck in between sleep and awake. You're in the what we call the hypnagogia state of sleep.
Not hypnagogia.
I don't like that state of sleep, hypnagogias.
Well, it can be kind of cool once you know what it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
the falling asleep and waking up process is actually very complicated. A lot of things are turning off and turning on in your brain. And if you've had a fitful night of sleep, you can get stuck in between.
Oh.
And so you're paralyzed. You're literally paralyzed in this state because your brain hasn't been able to catch up and reactivate your skeletal muscles. See, when we're dreaming, we're literally paralyzed. So your brain hasn't caught up yet. That's why you can't move. And it's perfectly harmless. It's just weird and scary.
Yeah.
So now that you know what it is, just relax and you'll snap out of
And
it
give
in no
yourself
time.
to it. I have had, it's a strange purgatory that you're in. I have
Purgatory, that's a good word for it.
I have felt it, and I distinctly remember saying to myself, just wake up, just wake up, just wake up. And I don't. It like my body decides
ride it out.
you're going to ride
You
this
have to
out,
ride that
chica.
baby out.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Thank
We
you
could
so
talk
much,
dreams.
Lauri.
Yep.
We could talk about dreams forever. Next time, let's talk about Marilyn, because we were saying yesterday, we remember
We love
Lauri.
your
She's got
backdrop.
the Marilyn Monroe
Yes.
stuff behind her. Jeez Louise. I hope you have sweet dreams tonight.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much, and sweet dreams to you too.
And if you are
We'll
a
catch up
pirate,
soon.
I hope I dream I'm getting kidnapped by a pirate and that you are the pirate and that we're going to
And
go.
maybe I'll join in with Johnny Depp.
There you go. You should all be so lucky. Good luck.
Right?
Have a great weekend.
All right, guys, take care.